You're sitting in your mother's kitchen. The chair legs are uneven. You've known that your whole life. You don't notice it anymore. But today, you notice it. The linoleum is lifting near the stove. The fridge hums too loud. The window above the sink has a crack in it that's been there since you were 9. This is where you come from. You don't know it yet, but this is the last time this place will feel like home. Level 1. The kitchen. You are not broke. You are something more specific than broke. You are the kind of poor that has a routine. You know which grocery store marks down the meat on Tuesdays. You know not to touch the savings. You know there is no margin, not for emergencies, not for mistakes, not for wanting something just because you want it. You work. You save what you can. You do not talk about it. Nobody does. Level 2. The first real paycheck. It posts on a Thursday morning. You check it 3 times. The number doesn't look real. You don't spend it. You sit with it. You screenshot it. You send it to your mother without any caption. She sends back a single emoji. You both know what it means. You don't say it out loud because saying it out loud feels like tempting something. This is the best it will feel. File that away. Level 3. The upgrade. You move. New apartment, new neighborhood. The kind of building that has a gym you will never use and a lobby that makes you straighten your posture. You buy a couch, full price, no payment plan. You stand in the living room of the new apartment on the first night, and you feel like you arrived. You did arrive. What you don't know yet is that arriving somewhere new means departing somewhere else. Level 4. The distance. It starts small. A phone call with your mother that used to last an hour now lasts 20 minutes. Not because you love her less, because the distance between your days and hers is now harder to cross in a single conversation. You go home for a weekend. You sleep in the old bedroom. You stare at the ceiling. Your cousin asks how much you make. You give a number that is lower than the real number. You don't know why you do that. You do it without thinking. Something has shifted. You can't name it yet. Level 5. The performance. You learn the codes. Which restaurants don't require a reservation. How to talk about wine without revealing you don't know anything about wine. How to laugh at the right moments in conversations about things you have no reference point for. You get good at it. Frighteningly good. You sit in a meeting with people who have never worried about anything the way you have worried, and you look exactly like them. Nobody knows. You are living in 2 worlds and fluent in both, and belonging fully to neither. You are getting very good at this. That is the problem. Level 6. The trade. Your oldest friend calls less. Not because anything happened. Because the calls got harder. Because you stopped being able to complain about the same things. Because your problems change shape, and the new shape doesn't translate. You don't talk about what you have because it feels like cruelty. You don't talk about what you've lost because nobody would understand that you've lost anything. You are, by every visible measure, winning. The winning is real. So is what you traded for it. You just haven't finished taking inventory yet. Level 7. The arrival. The number in your account is the number you used to say when people asked what success looked like. You said it casually back then. The way you say things when you don't believe they'll happen. Now it's real. You are sitting in a restaurant that would have been unthinkable at level 1. The food is extraordinary. The room is beautiful. You take a picture. You don't post it. You sit with the number and the room and the food. And something is quiet that you expected to be loud. Take inventory. Level 8. The inventory. Your father's hands. The way he moved through a room. Like he was apologizing for taking up space. You swore you'd never do that. You don't. But you understand it now in a way you didn't before. And understanding it cost you the anger that used to protect you. Your mother's kitchen. You send money now. The linoleum got fixed. The fridge got replaced. The window doesn't have a crack anymore. The kitchen is better. Something about it is gone. The friends who knew you before the codes, some of them are still there. Fewer than you expected. The version of you that belonged to that world, the one who knew which grocery store marks down the meat on Tuesdays. You don't know exactly when he left. You just know he's not here anymore. Level 9, the return. You go home. Not for a holiday, just to go. You sit in your mother's kitchen. The linoleum is new. The fridge is quiet. The window is fixed. You look at the chair. The legs are even now. She had them fixed years ago. You never noticed. You sit in it anyway. It doesn't wobble. You don't know why that bothers you. You do know why that bothers you. You just can't say it without sounding like you're grieving a chair. You're not grieving a chair. Level 10, the cost. Here is what nobody tells you. The money is real. The life is real. The distance is real. The version of you that was forged in that kitchen, in the specific pressure of not enough, in the knowledge of Tuesday meat markdowns and cracked windows and chairs that wobbled, that version of you was also real. And he is not coming back. That is not a tragedy. It is not a mistake. It is the cost. Every level costs something. Nobody puts that on the brochure. You paid it. You made it. Both of those things are true at the same time. Hold them both, somewhere right now. A kitchen, uneven chair legs, a fridge that hums too loud, someone sitting in it who knows which grocery store marks down the meat on Tuesdays. They don't know yet what the climb will cost them. The cycle continues.